maybe they came in with. Now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Goff on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Cooks. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 2nd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played.
Hands up,
Back to Mixon on 1st down. Michael Brocker's in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We want it. Come to my world. Hey.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
What we got?
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Cook's now in his 2nd season with the Rams. He's had 4 straight years over 1,000 yards. He had 2 with the Saints, 1 with New England, and then he went over 1,000 again last year with the Rams. 80 catches, 1,204 yards. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the 41-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is gone. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Go.
A shotgun snap for Goff. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Andy Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They go 368.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? He's got his man, Boyd. 23 yards on the play. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. The 20. He gets this one to Boyd. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Joe Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Geno Atkins, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather. Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much. Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage. So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control across his body, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Hell, you won.
After the interception, here's Goff. And oh, it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something...
And the Rams Rams got him. They bring him down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them.
He's got him in, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They just yielded a touchdown on the other end. Now they'll be trying to answer the bell and get a score of their own.
It's their opportunity to match. Can they do exactly what they just saw happen to them? Go down the field.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Gone. And that's off the mark, incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Back to throw, Goff. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Geno Atkins, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Ross on the return. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
John Johnson, one of the leading tacklers from the safety position in the NFL, there to make the stop.
At the 25-yard line.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a 1st carry from Giovanni Bernard. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that'll bring up fourth down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Gone. And Woods has it complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense...
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Geno Atkins in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
He's coming to the 6-yard line. 58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Russell. 5-6. Hands up.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby-Coleman. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now it's gone. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. From the 50, it's gone. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. A gain of 6 there on first. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. The Rams on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Goff now looking to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Mixon with a first down carry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
54 Mike. I got you. I got you.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
To throw on 3rd down, Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
The score, Bengals 37, Rams nothing. Randy Bullock set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Push him back.
In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a draws. Goff gives to Gurley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Geno Atkins in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Watch 54. Watch 54. All day, dog.
They'll run on first down. Nixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Eyes up. 318. 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch twits. Watch twits.
And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd down, Nixon. Open space inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Now Goff on first down. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One last throw here for Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh